Hello, my dear students. As you all are aware that we are discussing the Minimum Wages Act 1948, and under that act we have discussed number of topics so far. Today, in this video lecture 9, under the Minimum Wages Act 1948, we'll discuss about the claims, that how do we go for the claims under the Minimum Wages Act 1948 and what are the penalty provisions given under the Minimum Wages Act 1948. So first we'll talk about the claims under section 20 of the Minimum Wages Act. And in this section 20 subsection 1, the appropriate government may by notification in the official gazette appoint any commissioner for workmen's a new now we call it the new employees compensation commissioner, or any officer of the central government exercising functions as a labor commissioner for any reason, or any officer of the state government who is not below the rank of labor commissioner, or any other officer with experience as a judge or judge of a civil court or as a statutory magistrate. They all are having the authority to hear and decide for any specified area all claims arising out of payment of less than the minimum rates of wages, or in respect of the payment remuneration for days of rest or for work done on such days, or of wages at the overtime rate under section 14 to employees employed or paid in that area. So what this subsection 1 of section 20 is talking about, that appropriate government by notification in the official gazette appoint commissioners of employees compensation, or any officer of the central government who is exercising the functions as a labor commissioner for any reason, or the officer of any state government who is not below the rank of labor commissioner, or any other officer with experience as a judge of a civil court or as a statutory magistrate to be the authority to hear and decide for that specified area all claims which are arising out of payment of less than minimum rates of wages, or in respect of payment of remuneration for day of rest or for work done on such day under clause B and clause C of subsection 1 of section 13, or may hear and decide the matters related to the wages at the overtime rate under section 14 to employees employed or paid in that area. So this is subsection 1 of section 20, and one more subsection is given under section 20. In fact, section 20 is having other subsections also, subsections 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So when we talk about the subsection 2 of the section 20, where an employee has any claim of the nature referred in subsection 1, the employee himself or any legal practitioner or any official of a registered trade union. So any employee or his legal or any legal practitioner on his behalf or her behalf, or any official of a registered trade union who is authorized in writing to act on the behalf of the employee, or any inspector or any person who is acting with the permission of the authority appointed under subsection 1 may apply to such authority for a direction under subsection 3. And provided that every such application shall be presented within 6 months from the date on which the minimum wages or other amount become payable. And further, it is provided further that any application may be admitted after the set period of 6 months when the application satisfies the authority that he had sufficient cause for not making the application within such period. So if means application is being not presented within 6 months, that is stipulated time we are referring, it still can be admitted after the 6 months, but when the applicant satisfies the authority that means because of that reason, or he had sufficient cause for not making the application within such period of 6 months. This is subsection 2 of section 20. And subsection 3 of section 20 talks about the means application, that when any application under subsection 2 is entertained, the authority shall hear the applicant and the employer or give them an opportunity of being heard. And after such further inquiry, if any, as it may consider necessary, may without prejudice to any penalty to which the employer may be liable under this act. So when any application under subsection 2 is entertained, the authority shall hear the applicant and the employer or give them an opportunity of being heard. And after such further inquiry, means then only the authority will decide the matter, right? Now we talk about there are certain clauses also, and means if the case of a claim arising out of payment of less than minimum rates of wages, the payment to the employee of the amount by which the minimum wages payable to him exceed the amount actually paid, together with the payment of such compensation as the authority may think fit, not exceeding 10 times of the amount of such excess. So this is the provision given there under the act. And in other case, the payment of amount due to employee together with the payment of such compensation is the authority, means as the authority may think fit, not exceeding this 10. And subsection 4 of this section 20 refers that if the authority hearing an application under this section is satisfied that it was either met, what this subsection so what this subsection is talking here, I beg your pardon, there is some technical glitch, I believe. Okay, we come to the point now. We are talking about this subsection 5 and clause A. We were referring that any amount directed to be paid under this section may be recovered if the authority is magistrate by the authority, as if it were a fine imposed by the authority as a magistrate. And clause B talks about if the authority is not a magistrate, by any magistrate to whom the authority makes application in this behalf. And then in this section 20 of this Minimum Wages Act, clause subsection 6, every direction of the authority under this section shall be final. And subsection 7 is about every authority appointed under subsection 7 means every authority appointed under subsection 1 shall have all the powers of the civil court under the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 for the purpose of taking evidence and for enforcing the attendance of witness and compelling the production of documents. And every such authority shall be deemed to be the civil code of for all the purposes of section 195 chapter 35 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. So these are the provisions, and then there is a section 21 which talks about the single application in respect of number of employees. And subject to in this section 21 there are two subsections we are referring. subsection 1 talks about that subject to such rules as may be prescribed, a single application may be presented under section 20 on behalf or in respect of any number of employees employed in the scheduled employment in respect of which minimum rates of wages have been fixed. And subsection 2 is about that authority may deal with any number of separate pending applications presented under section 20 in respect of employees in the scheduled employments in respect of which minimum rates of wages have been fixed as a single application presented under subsection 1 of this section, and the provisions of the subsection shall apply accordingly. And so far the penalty for certain offenses or the penalty provisions are concerned under section 22. We are referring section 22 here. Then as per section 22, there may be imprisonment for a term of 6 months or a fine extending to ₹500 or with both. And any employer, means in what cases this penalty will be? Any employer who clause A says that pays an employee less than the minimum rates of wages fixed for the employee's class of work or less than the amount due to him under the provisions of the Act, or contravenes any rule or order made under section 13. And clause B is that any employer if is contravening any rule or order under section 13, and clause A is talking that employer who pays to any employee less than the minimum rates of wages fixed for the employee's class of work or less than the amount due to him under the provisions of the Act. And as I told you, the clause B is that if any employer who contravenes any rule or order made under section 13 shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 6 months or with fine which may extend to 500 or with both. And provided that in imposing any fine or any offense for an offense under this section, the court shall take into the consideration the amount of any compensation already awarded against the accused in any proceeding taken under section 20. So that means the court will take into the consideration that amount of any compensation which is already awarded against the accused in any proceeding taken under section 20. So this is the penalty provision, and there are certain other general provisions for punishment of other offenses under section 22A, that any employer who contravenes any provision of this Act or any rule or order made thereunder shall, if no other penalty is provided for such contravention by this Act, be punishable with a fine which may extend to ₹500. So my dear student, this is all about for today's deliberation. Today we have just gone through these two important things: what the procedure for the claims, what are the authorities, how these authorities will entertain the complaints, right? And then how a single application in respect of number of employees can be made for the claim under the Act, and what are the provisions for the penalty provisions under the Act. So I believe these PPTs, this deliberation will help you. Thank you so much. You just go through and have a nice time. Have a nice day. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.